We are just south and I think a little bit west of Boone, but we're not far from the Des Moines River, and it gets pretty hilly here, the ravines. So they've built this new house and they've set it up so this is their view, and there's no one back there. I think all the trees we'll see in this video they own. So this is their backyard. So they built this wall to level this area out. And we're gonna go right back in there. You can hear that waterfall already. So we've got a vanishing edge skimmer on here. So the pond is obviously right up above. You can see Sam up there, and it just drops back down into this large basin. So we've got a huge storage area down here. All of our pumps, or most of our pumps, right down here, pumping back up for our waterfalls. And with this view from the top, it actually looks like this is pretty natural. It's going to run down in this ravine when you get in here. So you're going to see that right when we get over here. So this is everything they finished since. When we were here, that patio Sam standing on was there. The deck was here. And this huge wall was here. We actually took down part of this wall to get a road into this area and then built this all up. And when we finished, we put them a path to get out of here. So here's that pond, this basin, or that negative edge basin. And you can see Elijah's actually in there. Great shot. Elijah's in the pond swimming, playing with the fish. Yeah, we got all these cut granite stone steps. And look at, you can almost touch the waterfall just from the path. It's just awesome. And now we're starting to see this upper area. So after we finished, we put this boulder work in here, and then they built this patio below. They built this one, and then they put in this turf area. They've got a hot tub going in here. But now you've got this lower patio, and now you can look out over. You can see the sound dramatically changed. Elijah's just having a blast. You got Elijah out there swimming with the fish. Doing a really good job. Fish are only a year old, so they're a little bit more skittish than on some of our older ponds that have really gotten used to their owners. Very common the first year that they, I don't want to say don't trust you, they're just a little bit suspicious of you, where, you know, 3 or 4 years down the road, they're basically climbing out of the pond because they know you got food. So they're not quite sure about Elijah out there. He doesn't look quite like a fish, and he's kind of big. So I am out here with Sam, who's the homeowner out here. Beautiful, beautiful view. And like I said, we built this pond last year in 2021. It's been about a year old. So Sam, what made you want this pond?
Well, we have had a pond before, wanted a retreat. We do a lot of traveling, and when we're home, we like to have our own relaxation. This is 10 acres out this way that we look onto, and we just want to be able to sit here on the veranda and watch fish and listen to the music of the waterfalls. This is the master bedroom right here, so we can hear this all night long.
So the house is the new construction, right? Pretty new?
That is correct.
So house was built in, is it 2019, 2020?
The house was finished in
2020. So you were here for about a year before you got the pond.
That is correct.
How was it without the pond? Because you said you had a pond at your old house.
We missed it a lot. We certainly missed it a lot. And we get far more enjoyment out of this than we do, say, a swimming pool, which is such a short season here in Iowa. We run this year round, keep our fishing here year round, so we really enjoy the year round with the ice, the waterfalls,
okay.
Water falling in behind the ice.
So, how did you find Just Add Water?
We started looking around at ponds, and I think Just Add Water's marketing had a lot to do with it.
Okay.
Their pond tour was important to us, just to get some ideas.
So you went on a pond tour. If I remember correctly, you came and then we take you to one of our construction sites too?
We went to a couple of your construction sites, and we went to a couple of other sites out of the pond tour.
Okay.
Just to get ideas of kind of what we were looking for and what we didn't think we wanted, so we could give you guys some direction.
So it's safe to say you put a lot of thought into who you hired for the job.
That is correct.
Okay.
And we had some definite ideas and kind of deferred to Connor, and just loved his ideas and his vision, and it was so much like ours, but also different. And the completed project, we couldn't have asked for anything better.
Okay. So we met expectations.
You met expectations, that's for sure.
Okay. You want anything else you want to tell us about the pond or about your experience with it?
Well, this was a difficult project, as Connor would be happy to tell you, because this perimeter retaining wall was in and it's over 8 feet high. We had to take a section out and bring everything over the wall, and then they had to start in the back corner and work their way out of the corner, back underneath this deck, and then work their way out this way. So every day was roll a bladder back up, pile rock in behind it. We've got over 122 ton of boulders in here, and I don't really know how much gravel we have.
So what Sam's saying is typically we work from the bottom up, and on this project, based on the wall and the layout, which you've seen in some of the video of us walking around here, we had to start from the top down. So it's a little bit more of a challenge logistically to build this. When we started, the deck behind Sam was here, and this patio we're sitting on was here. Then other than that, it was dirt and it wasn't even in the right grade. So anything else? You good?
So the pond was built, and I think you guys did a fabulous job building the pond to this part of the hardscape. And then we added the rest of the hardscape and the green space to tie in to your finished pond. We had never even thought about an infinity edge, but the way that takes all the debris and drops it over on the rock has just been a real lifesaver for us as far as maintenance.
Awesome.
We do our own maintenance, but I guess we do our own maintenance because there's so little maintenance to this.
So is this pond easier to maintain than your old pond, or harder?
Far easier, far less time,
Far less
far
time.
better water conditions,
Okay.
for less time spent on it. As you can see the pebbles in the bottom, and the fish are clear. This is pretty much the way it is year round.
Awesome. So are we 4 feet deep? Is that what we did?
Yes.
And is it 4 on both sides?
It's about 3.5 over.
So a little bit shallower. So Sam and I were just talking about this off video, but design, I totally forgot about this part of it. So design wise, when we were talking about this project, we did a double bowl design, meaning we got a deep spot on this side with a dam in the middle and a deep spot on this side. One of the reasons for this, which we do sometimes, is for maintenance and service for your fish. So when he drains this pond, if he wants to capture some of these fish or do some work, he doesn't actually have to take the fish out of the pond to do the service work. He can actually herd the fish all from one side into one area, throw his aerator in there, and work in this side, have some shallow water. He can go through there and figure out, for example, Sam was just telling me too, the fish spawned and he had about 600 fry, and actually I'm sure Elijah's going to pick some up on his video, but there's still some in here. So down the road, when he wants to thin the herd or go through, he can leave them in their environment while he does that, and he can move, actually in theory he can move the ones he wants into the other pond, and then from there clean out the other ones. So really cool design. We don't do a lot of systems like this. It's a big pond, but we do a handful here and there, and that's one of the main reasons for this design. A lot of times when we do this, we would put a cave that goes directly through so they can go through. There's a cave on both sides, but they don't actually connect the dam, so that way we can have this one completely full of water while this one's empty. The tree stump, I can't remember, Sam, was this something you had, or did Connor find this?
No, this is something I pulled out of the timber.
So that came out of there and then Connor put it in there. Is it the root system at the bottom of that thing still, or no?
Whole elaborate root system that we trapped with rocks, but left a cave underneath. And then right behind it is where that pump is picking up the water out of the pond.
So yeah, we're using, because we're 4 feet deep, we're pumping some water off both these low areas. But yeah, he's saying right underneath there's a root system on the bottom of that, and we built rock work around there. So there's actually a little cave for the fish to tuck underneath if someone like Elijah shows up and scares them. This timber is just amazing back here. Their view is incredible. So we also, on this project, we have a couple ornamental water features or waterfalls. The wetland filter is our main biological filter, but then we have these two waterfalls that come out from underneath the deck. A couple reasons for those. One is circulation. So we're trying to push everything across the pond over to the vanishing edge skimmer. Two is to add some sound and create this feeling that the water's coming out from underneath this deck for these waterfalls. The other thing is this waterfall right next to the deck and patio. That's the sound we're hearing right now. It's an awesome waterfall, great sound for everyone that sits up here on the patio and deck area. So it's creating this these three different features all interacting here, almost creating like an orchestra of sound. One waterfall is great. You get two or three together, now you got the whole orchestra playing. So this is the waterfall from the patio, which I think is a great sound. So Connor did a great job. So we've talked about Connor a little bit. Connor was our lead on this, our project manager. You guys see Connor from all the videos. But this stream is right here. We've got the deck, we've got the stairs, we've got this waterfall aimed right here at the main viewing area, right underneath the deck. We got all the sound. The source is actually tucked back underneath here. It's a spillway box, which we use in pondless waterfalls. But we're able to hide that right underneath the deck and make that water come out from right underneath this deck area into the pond. So we've also got another waterfall right over there. Once again, I think Sam mentioned that was master bedroom, but if you're sitting out over here, you've got a waterfall right underneath there. And then the wetland waterfall coming right back at the house. So main viewing area right over here. So they've got a great vantage point pretty much everywhere of this pond in the back of the house. And I absolutely love the backdrop here. So right behind me, behind that waterfall is the wetland filter. That's what keeps this pond so clean. While we can see 4 feet straight down the bottom, we can pick up gravel off the bottom of this pond. This project's only a year old. This actually is going to get cleaner and better as it ages. The way we size these filters is we figure out your body surface of the water. We just figure out your square footage. We're typically looking for about 20% of that surface area into your filter. Now that varies a little bit. A very large pond could do a smaller percentage, and a very small pond could do a bigger percentage. But in general, we want about 20% of that in that filter. It's a big Aquascape upflow wetland filter. That's our biological filter on this. Up on the deck here. So to the wetland, like I said, this is 1 year old, so I like to say.
Thank you again, Chris.
Thanks, Sam.
This was awesome. We enjoy this every day.
Awesome. So I like to say, if your pond is clean and your filter looks a little bit dirty, that's a good thing. So we keep this water clear. That's 4 feet deep. And you can see all the individual gravel down at the bottom. There's a very large fish over there. Now from here you can actually see the stair work. So we did this for Sam and Rochelle and their grandkids. We knew they'd be getting in the pond a little bit to do service maintenance and just to cool off. So we built them nice stairs in there. Sam earlier said he just loved the stairs. I have no idea what Elijah's doing. I think I hear him talking. Waterfall right over here. And there's a waterfall right over there, and that's aimed at all that viewing area. So I'm standing down at the Vanishing Edge Basin, which is our pondless basin at the very bottom of the system. Pond fills up, overflows, comes down this hill, creates this awesome waterfall that you really can't even view from the house. It's not their view. They can view it from these chairs that they set up down on the turf area. But basically on this is a skimmer. So all of our debris from these surrounding woods, anything that blows in there is going to end up down this. They can service this. It also creates this atmosphere, or this look that from up above, the water's flowing over and going down this slope, this hill that we've got naturally on the side of the earth here, with their view in the woods. It's a very natural looking thing. Seems like the water should be going this way. As far as the basin, what we actually do is we do some math and we calculate how much water is going to be in motion when the system's running. We can just figure out how many gallons, and we're going to want to at least double that and provide that much storage down in this bottom area. This is a giant hole. We hold thousands of gallons worth of water down here. And that's how it's going to successfully work. We have a couple of our pumps down here, which is creating this waterfall. helping with circulation. Thanks everyone for joining us on this video. I hope you liked what you saw. It's a really cool project we did last year. This is gonna look amazing in 5-6 years when everything really starts filling in around the pond and these fish start really growing, this pond starts aging. If you like what you see, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Make sure you like our video. And by all means, hit that bell so you get our notifications. Our videos go up every Wednesday night at 7 p.m. Central Time. Thanks a lot, everyone. Have a great day.